Okay, we are back in Legend of Heroes, Trails through Daybreak, and it's time to patrol Edith at night. So I'm not seeing any markers there. Ah, here we go. And Zeros is charging right now. Could have fooled me, it looks like he's just sitting there. I actually just finished analyzing Mara's data. Yang seems quite interested in how holocores work as well. Thought I had an idea of typical construction and assembly, but Mara's is a framework I've never seen before. Sorry to take up all your time with that, I really owe you one. No problem, learning more about her, and holocores in general fascinates me. This project is well worth my time. You're taking the nightly rounds again tonight. You know, you're markedly different from how I imagined you'd be. You're more serious, I suppose. Nah, just like wait until night to start screwing around. Besides, night is when they show all the juicy shit in the theaters you can't see during the day. And I take back what I just said. You're gonna take back more than that. Oh. That urn strikes me as being a little odd. How's it November already? It started getting really cold all of a sudden. How about you head back inside then? I don't do paid sick leave, so don't go catching a cold on me. Fine. I've just been thinking to myself a lot. My brother's words are floating around in my head. The stuff about having what it takes? Yeah, but I'm not going to let it get me down. I know I have the heart of a real Kruger warrior. Nothing anyone says can change that. I just have to be strong enough that even my brother respects me. If I keep working hard and getting stronger like I'm already doing, I'll be that full-fledged warrior. Just you watch. That's the spirit, kiddo. It ain't always bad to have a chip on your shoulder. Just don't go pushing yourself too hard over it, yeah? Yeah. So if you're wondering why I started laughing there, they said it's November, it's cold, and I looked at the temperature and it just says near record. Heat, not cold. I envy them. Response: anger. Calculating motive. Unable to identify. Yeah, this ain't going anywhere. Just leave him alone, alright? Can't exactly reason with cats. You poke your nose in there and you just cause a commotion. Understood. Fuel, moderate voice volume at night so as not to disturb local felines. Looks like a bush with his hair on end. Guess this is turf and he wants us gone. Or we can go find out if he can land on his feet. Just saying. So where does this door go? Uh-oh. Hey, Paulette, you guys closing up shop for the day? We are. We had a really good day today. Lots of customers. But if you want anything, just let me know. We'll still be open for a bit longer. Right, I'll let you know, No need to say anything, Van. It's okay. Thanks for looking out for me and Yume. I really appreciate it. It caught me off guard seeing him, but I don't regret it. I'm glad we got to sit down and talk. Alright, if you're sure. If he starts giving you trouble, let me know and I'll deal with him. But it doesn't look like he'll be a nuisance, I think anyway. Not from how he was acting at least, so maybe I don't gotta worry after all. Thank you, but I don't think you do. He's making sure to put mine and Yume's feelings first. Not to pry, but do she and your old man know anything? No, not yet. I plan to talk to them soon. But it won't be an easy conversation to have with either of them, especially Yume. I'm a little worried about her. Gotcha, she might be too young for that kind of talk. That's what I'm thinking too. I might speak with my dad about it first, but I don't know how to approach it yet. I might have an idea. Well, if you two are up for it. Well, I've said what I think needs to be said. The rest is up to her. Back to patrolling I go. No, that's what you think. I have work to do here. Do-do-dee-do. Sweep it up. I think I saw that weird guy before. Where, though? Oh yeah, there was a guy in the Tyrell Times. He looked like him. You're someone else. Saw right through his disguise, didn't you? No way she'd remember what he looks like. They broke up before she was born. Lashkar, how's the guild work going? You said you'd be helping out with the reception and stuff. It's been great. I've been doing a lot more than I thought I would. They've been showing me how to handle requests, how to assign backup to on-site bracers. It's really cool getting to see how they all work together. And because this is their HQ in Calvert, you get to hear about what's going on across the whole country. I'm glad to hear it. I was kind of worried you'd find it boring, honestly. But yeah, you keep this up, you're going to be a whole new Lashkar when you come back to the village. You bet I am. I'm gonna be the best bracer that Krail Village has ever seen. So what about you, kinda? How's the whole gunsmith thing? Well, it certainly isn't like the smithing I've been doing. It's still very smithy, though, if that makes sense. It makes sense, given Sylvia's worldview. She draws a lot of inspiration from her ancestors, too, just like me. I really learned a lot about how bracers work and conduct themselves. Man, I can't wait to grow up. I'll be in the capital for a few more days. Maybe I can meet a super big bracer and talk to them about stuff. Sylvia can be awfully strict, but I don't mind it. Having her correct my mistakes will help me make a better artisan. For a while, I was sort of balancing old-school smithing philosophy with all the new protocols and stuff for New Age machines. Gunsmiths are kind of a weird middle ground. Guns aren't cutting edge, but they're not Stone Age either. Might actually be the place for me, though. If I can get good at it, I think I'll be set.
This feels relaxing.
Thank you, Van. I'll talk to Yume about your offer. I'm sure she'll chomp at the bit for an opportunity to take a vacation. Don't sweat it. I always like to go to the extra cell on a job, you get me? 3 days is a bit on the long side, but I think she'll be alright. I think she's about the age for a trip like that. She can handle herself.
Can't go wrong with any of them. Come back soon.
Bastard went home, did he? There's no way, is there? Not a good look he's wearing. Probably best to leave him be right now.
Pick something. Take care out there.
I freed up some of my time, so I thought I might help clean up the kitchen. Were you discussing something with Montmart's staff? Yeah, nothing bad, though. I plan on telling everyone tomorrow. I look forward to hearing the details then. So out of curiosity, we have Anya's, Risette. That'll work out perfectly. So we can't do Station Street or the Memorial Park. Interesting.
Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
They really shelled out for that camera in Basel's Fern Plaza. It just doesn't take pictures, it can record live video too, like broadcast equipment. I heard about this little store with some killer deals. Wonder if I can snag one of those cameras for cheap. Video is really, really big for me. If I can get my own video recorder, I can make my own films. Wait, what? You want to go to Basel? Seriously? I do. I want to go to the Basel Institute. I want to do the kind of work that Catcher's doing. I can learn more about engineering and take classes with the professors and make new things, and I can sell the stuff I make. Then the Vern Company will hire me. Then I'll have to do interviews. On second thought, scratch that. I'm too far gone. I can't talk with normies like that. I'll die. Baby steps here, baby steps. Just focus on the smaller things for now.
I hope to see you again. Do you know what you want?
So I'm just gonna go ahead and make an extra mine 3. Okay, I'm running out of U-material pluses, but those ones are a little on the important side. Although I'd argue these are pretty good too. Not too worried about getting another cast. Like, they're not equipped, so I can keep them. Yeah, now that I think about it. So I have 6 cooling chokers. 4 lighters. Like, for some of these, it might actually look like I was trying to... Huh. Oh, no. That won't no go. So, Kaleido glasses. Like, these two are really tempting. The stat down prevention and also stopping slow and delay. But here we go. So we weren't even able to see these, I think, in an earlier chapter, but this is the final form of what the pendulums were in other games. So Oratorio Blue, 30 arts. You get the immunity to burn, blind, and fear instead of mute. That makes no sense to me, man. Like, if anything, this should have the poison burn immunity. This should have, well, not blind or burn, but definitely mute. I don't know why that one has death blow. And 9 crit and evade. Like, if you're replacing the platinum, or no, the amulet or the crown, that might be okay. I still prefer this at the moment. Yeah, in future games I just need to see if I can buy more of these. Need to find the Proverb of Void. This one's not bad for Van if you want to play the full tank thing. And then I can't do this one. The 100 EP is kind of nice, but I'd rather have the arts, to be honest, and other stuff offers better arts, so... Although I definitely want this one for the item drops. So we need the ceramic coin.
I hope to see you again.
I think about the Basel Institute a lot. How cool it would be to study there. Wish I could just pack my bags and go right now, but then I'd have to see people and talk to them, and it's not happening. Just thinking about it makes me want to curl up and hide.
Ask me anything. Really.
I'm good. I can't do it. Oh well.
Hope to see you.
I just saw something.
Activating maintenance mode.
Son of a...
Sorry, that's a single element slot.
And this has to go in the extra line.
Sorry, that's a single element slot.
In case you're wondering, I was looking at Aquaverse, but this has to be the extra line, so it's either that or this.
Sorry, that's a single element slot. Ooh, a shiny new skill. Sorry, that's a single element slot.
Yeah, it's only 400.
Ooh, a shiny new skill.
And I have the means to open 2 slots, I should mention. Like 2 of the really
Soon.
big ones.
Need something fixed?
You have to remember, his are small. So I wonder if that would cause an achievement to pop.
Come again.
So that gives us 2 U materials. 2 pluses, that is.
Switching to maintenance mode.
That actually is a big one. That'd give her space and fire. She has way too much, though. So this would help with the Mobius stuff.
Shard skills updated.
So I'm going to do that to free up, and I can move the impede around. And I'll probably actually worry about the rest of this off camera.
Maintenance mode
Activating
activated.
maintenance mode.
Switching to maintenance mode.
So I'm curious, if I were to give him the burning verse, I don't have enough fire Sepith left to upgrade this, so Like, I'm tempted to just toss this in.
Skill set updated.
So I actually need to put a time thing up here.
A new skill I see.
Am I actually using the time here for anything?
A new skill I see. Skill set updated.
Yeah, I'm stopping here because we've killed enough
If you
time.
want.
Curtis lashed out at me. He said I was a distraction. He doesn't want me to enter his room and break his concentration. I feel hurt, my poor boy. But while his grades have markedly improved as of late, perhaps that truly is what he needed. That said, if his grades fall again, he can bet I'll be back in there. That annoying little buzzard Zora drives me up the wall. This is my house. I put up with her so she can stand to put up with me. Neither Zora nor Curtis give a damn what their breadwinner thinks. And he's not even here. The sun not really hit the spot today. Saw some teenager in there too. Couldn't have been older than 15 or 16. You could see the bags under his eyes, probably preparing for entrance exams. Worry for the lad. Next month is looking... Ooh, that's tight there. Fuel price hikes are really gonna bite us. Wonder how much a trip to Rimafuria would run me. You've been playing that for a while, haven't you? Yep, my grandpa and his family immigrated from there some time ago. I'd love to see the country for myself. My job as a clerk is well and good, but it doesn't give me much vacation time. I'd love to go on a trip or two. Gotcha, she's a character for sure. Just gotta keep at it. You'll get your time in the sun one day, I'm sure. Thanks for the vote of confidence. But yeah, I've wanted to go for a while now. Maybe I should give it some thought. So, I could go in there because, you know, Van's low on CP. It's just, I'll smack something around in battle to get what I need. Goodness, time flies when you're speaking with Geen. Before I knew it, night had already fallen. There's still much we need to go out over, so I'll be back at it in the morning. I heard that a fellow priest visited Father Nikolai today, but I'm not sure who. Apparently he's the high-ranking father from the Grand Cathedral. What would bring someone of his stature here, I wonder? Never have been able to get a read on Father Nikolai. It's gotten me curious now. Just what kind of person is he?
The goddess of the sky is always watching over us.
She sounds like a voyeur. In my youth, I studied under Bishop Orwell at the Edith Grand Cathedral. He has truly earned his title, junior only to the Archbishop. I deeply admire his candor and diligence. Ah, the nostalgia. Much time has passed since those wonderful days. But those experiences have shaped me into the man I am today. I have Bishop Orwell to thank for that. Yeah, there's one all the way over here. Alrighty, that should pop out nicely. Just a little more over here. I'm trying the jacket cover Jess's new record. Wasn't sure how I'd make it work, but once I stopped overthinking things, the ideas just flowed right into the paper. It's really coming along now. I might have it done today.
How is it this late? Oh, well...
You can't eat if you don't work. If you're not going to help out with the store, then don't bother coming back home. Fine, I'll go and live my life all by myself, there. And you don't want me around anyway. What is that? This old hag can't hear you. Nothing. You again? Get off my back, bitch. What's your deal, dude? This is my neighborhood, too. You saying I ain't got a right to be here? He's right, and I freaking hate it. He's killing my vibe here. There we go. I'm so sorry. I wish I could get him to stop causing so much trouble. He's not as destructive as he used to be, at the very least. And if only he'd listen to what his old lady says, I could rest easy at night.
Looking is always free, you know. Come back for more anytime.
The little runt from the church has been following me everywhere. Didn't even have the chance to buy groceries because she was tailing me. I get the feeling she'll be back tomorrow. What are we going to do with her? At least Brenda's gotten herself sorted out. I've got that other boy to babysit too, in all likelihood. Oh dearie me, I nod off to sleep just for a little bit and the whole day slips away. I'd best head back home now. Nights like these are when I feel the loneliness, but then winter's on the horizon too. Perhaps I should warm myself back up with some hot borscht from Montmartre. Dad! I'm home. It's good to see you again. How have you been, bud? I've been okay, but check out Zeros, though. They're this AI and they can speak and they're super amazing. I see. I've got a lot to catch up on from the sound of it. I want to hear all about it, Harry. Let's hit the baths, okay? You got it. It was a fine month in Halcyon, but I'm glad to be back home. Feels like the kids grow up faster while I'm away. It's good to get time to relax again. Work is finally smoothing out. Mr. Hawker, it's been forever since I saw you. Hey, Sheena, sorry I had to saddle you folks with Harry for that whole month. It's okay, we get along fine. Got kinda tough sometimes, but I'm a big girl now, so I could handle it. I leave for a month and Sheena's a completely different girl. Kids these days, they grow up so fast. Hey, Dad, you eat dinner? Want me to make you an omelet? Well, goodness, Harry, since when did you learn to cook? I leave for a month and my boy's all grown up. I've missed so much. Mr. Hawker's back. Harry and Sheena are really having fun. I love when everyone's smiling. It makes me happy. I want to play with them tomorrow and the day after that, and then... And we're done over here.
Let's do this.
Why do I have to check the bulletin board at night?
Another happening night in store.
Well,
Hey dude, we're putting on a free show tonight. The opener is our own local up-and-comer Jess. He's really been making a name for himself around here lately. Word is he's about to sign with a major label. It's getting harder and harder to get tickets to see him before they sell out. It's practically a miracle that he's playing a free show. This might be your one shot to see him live.
Hey there. What are you?
Guess Sayla and Lulu aren't giving up on making it as idols yet. Are they defying the label's direct order? This isn't like you, Sayla. She's changed a lot, actually. I wonder if it's Lulu's doing.
Such a pretty song.
Damn it, Jess, you're really going to make me cry. You're so damn cool, I can already feel my heart breaking. I don't think I can take any more of this. I'm so happy someone likes Jess's music. There's something about his songs that just cuts straight to the heart and sticks with you. Thought that might appeal to Selma given what she's been through lately, so I recommended she give him a listen. This is that singer-songwriter everyone's on a buzz about. Whoa, his performance is so emotional. So wonderful getting to hear music like this somewhere I take for granted on my everyday jogs. Goes to show what I've been missing out on this whole time, never slowing down to smell the roses. Lodi's finally opening my eyes. There's so many things I'm seeing clearly for the first time. Wait, why are my cheeks wet? Well, it's 89 degrees here, so that's why mine are.
Look at me.
What a great song.
Well,
Well, if it isn't Van.
So I'm trying to get at it. Here's that set, you know. Come on, that's enough for one day, isn't it? Don't change the subject. It's you, the friggin' Van? Hey dude, don't let me keep you. I don't fancy third wheeling, so how about I leave you two to it? No, stay. Dingo's a jerk. He just left me behind, and what did he learn? Nothing. He's doing it again. So she's the loud kind of drunk. You know, if Dingo's being such a jerk, why not tell him yourself? You're mighty close to him right now. I sure did. I told him off real good. And what'd he do? Just blew me off. Didn't listen to a thing I said. Here I just am working so hard to follow in his footsteps. I just wanna... Lasted longer than I expected. Yeah, she did. Sorry, that was an embarrassing way for you to find us. Don't sweat it, not like I don't know you well enough at this point. Girl's got some balls, though. Follows you all the way to Tharbad, gets kidnapped, and caps it off with a night of drunken complaints. It's like she's not even phased. Might be my fault. I probably shouldn't have been so soft on her after the fact. I did try to get through to her that she needs to be more careful. Carefulness doesn't seem to have clocked in tonight from the look of it. Not all. I'll have to try again some other time, and I definitely can't have her knowing where I'm going next time I travel. Losing a newbie like her shouldn't be that hard for you, right? But you sure it's worth it? Don't want to upset the cute little Missy by pushing her away. She's got a thing for you. I've said it before, but we're from different publications. Rather than friends, we should be rivals. Don't think that really matters much. You'd probably be rivals even if you worked in the same place. But rival or not, she looks up to you. That, at least, should mean something to you, yeah? Finally got a lead into one of the topics I've been pursuing. You know me, all my investigations are a gray area at best. The rest, pitch black, of the worst kind, and you know that. I'd much rather she stay far, far away from that world. Maybe it's wrong of me to make that decision for her, but I don't want her to follow in my footsteps. She should walk a brighter, more honest path. For someone who denies taking her under your wing, you sure get overprotective when it comes to her. Look who's talking, you and your growing office of assistants you'd stick your neck out for. Hey, Van, if you? Nothing, you're going out on a trip with your assistants, right? Should be a good time. Take the time to enjoy yourselves. I will? That's the plan, at least. I swear, just quick and creepy as Kitty used to be. How the hell did you know about that? That's for me to know. Back off. Don't go getting too koshy with them, Dingo. It's not fair. Not fair. Whatever. I'll buy you a souvenir. You don't get to complain if you don't like it. I trust you pick something good. So, Carmen's gone inside for the night. Things have been pretty lively up in Arkwright Solutions, huh? Guess it's calmed down some at least. It's good to see you got it in you to make some good friends. I'm an adult, you know. You're one to talk anyway. I've been rekindling your passion for reporting with this little go-getter around. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not giving up, Dingo. I'll be just as good as you. Dingo sure has been putting in some overtime as of late. And here I am just having to suffer, seeing him spend so much time with a beautiful lady that's not me. I don't think your usual game's gonna catch his attention anytime soon. You're no fun. But I digress. It looks like you got all your work down pat for the day, eh? I'm sure your assistance was more than appreciated. Arkwright Solutions to the rescue. Chill, I didn't do anything other than show up. Guy's a clown, but he's at least got the balls to take responsibility. Guess we'll see how far that gets him. I don't quite know that I trust him or his claims of integrity just yet. I'll believe it when I see it. But I'll still keep an eye on the deer myself, so don't worry about doing all the heavy lifting.
Time to make this. Aw, you're leaving already?
Hey there, good to see you. Me and all the food stall owners are out for drinks today. There's a lot we gotta talk about with the Revolution Festival right around the corner. Prima will take your orders while I'm here.
You there. Have a...
Why is Shino's bar so popular? Damn her chic sense of style and pinpoint attention to detail. We might be able to compete if we extend our business hours to 9 p.m. That should increase sales by at least 10%, maybe even higher once the new menu rolls out.
This here's the... Come again now. This here's the finest cuisine around. Come again now.
In case you wanted to hear her whole line. I set up shop in every district before, but I always come back to good old Riverside. Where dreams come true and friendly faces are plenty, plus this is where all my regulars are. Riverside's where I set up shop for the first time, so it holds a special place in my heart.
Hello. Thank you.
Okay, that should cover it. Come on, Uncle, I just want to replace my engine. It's the only way I'm gonna get max performance out of my cobble. Goddess B, would you knock it off? Go and annoy someone else. Please, I'll cough up the mirror, I just need your help finding the right engine. That's the problem, do you even understand how hard it'll be to find something that'll even fit? Come on, Uncle, I just want to replace... Great, she's throwing her another fit. Gotta admit her driving skills have come a long way. She could stand to learn how to behave, though. Bradley, come on. Hey, knock that off. You ain't 5 years old, so behave yourself.
What'll it be? Come again.
Over here. Yes, Rooney, there is a language unique to the Central East, but I didn't expect you to want to learn it just to help tutor Early and Lolo. Your kindness knows no bounds, does it, Rooney? You're so dependable. You really think so? Early says I'm just wishy-washy. Early's not one to mince words, is she? But anyway, I'd be more than happy to teach you. Feel free to come by for a lesson whenever you're free. Thank you so much, Mother Kyra. I want to help tutor Early and Lolo, so I'm brushing up on the Central East culture and language first so I can do that. I asked Mother Kyra for help and she said she'd be happy to. She's so nice. Having a kid like Rooney around keeps things lively for all of us. Speaking of lively, Lashkar came by again with a girl from the village workshop. They'll be staying at the Bracer Guild for the next couple of days, actually. You should pay them a visit. Don't tell me how to live my life. Mother Kyra hails from an impoverished town in the Central East. Life has guided her to the cloth despite everything that's happened to her. I imagine heavenly hands ensured she'd never go astray. Perhaps that is why her dedication to the salvation of others is so unshakable. I believe that she is of divine fate. There are tasks only she is able to accomplish. Wrong button. Wow.
Off we go.
Okay, something's going on. I'm glad that Climber Society movie was narrated by an actual mountaineer. Gave an authentic touch to that film. I've heard that some movies filmed out in the real world have staged scenes in them. I didn't get that sense from this movie, but it's a good reason why audiences need to watch with a more discerning eye. In light of everything going on, I unfortunately wasn't able to offer much assistance earlier in the day. Be that as it may, I'm happy to inform you that this week's new film is Climber Story. It's a quasi-documentary based on real-world writings, offering a unique perspective and atmosphere you won't find in other films. We're also continuing our rerun of Wol's Requiem as well. If you still have yet to see it, then by all means, please do. So I know we've seen that one. The question is, what else does the theater have? Just looking at the...
The showing on screen 2 will soon begin. If you have a ticket, please...
This week, the film we're premiering for our nighttime showing is Climber Story. It's a documentary that recreates the events of a mountain climber's memoir. It was filmed on a real mountain and also features narration from the mountaineer who wrote the original story. Isn't that cool? However, given that it takes place on such a dangerous mountain, I wouldn't recommend trying to replicate any of the feats captured in that movie.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
So we know this is new. We've seen that one. We're going for the director's cut, boys. Let's grab a seat. I'm going to take a break after this, by the way. A sinister pharmaceutical company seeks to shake the very foundation of the world with a deadly engineered virus. Tasked with stealing its design documents, Zoe and her partner Rick begin sniffing for clues, which leads them to the chief developer at the lab. Zoe attempts to get close to her target in the way that she, as an A-class spy, does best.
Stop it, please! I told you, I've already got a boyfriend.
Oh, I heard you loud and clear. I also recall you saying that he's buried neck deep in debt. Tell you what, I'll pay off his debt in full on one condition. Break up with him and be mine. If you still refuse, then I'm afraid I must ask you to resign. So what'll it be?
Oh, Rick. I'm so sorry. Could you at least look away, sir? I'm really not used to this sort of thing.
My, aren't we shy? Very well. Just don't keep me waiting. Yes, that's a good girl. There's absolutely nothing to be embarrassed about. Psych! I'm gonna have so much fun stripping you bare.
Gotcha, you naughty boy.
So that's what we came here for? That little... Oh, it's Edith's most famous Spriggan. And there's one of the Bracer Guild's rising stars. Didn't think I'd see you here. Come here to watch something all by yourself? You must be pretty used to life in Calvert if you're taking in stuff like this in your free time. Okay, my voice is starting to give out. Guess you could say that. I've been here about a month, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable now. Can't exactly go sightseeing around the country, so I figured I'd at least take in some of the film culture while I'm here. And I've got plenty of time to kill at night, unlike the daytime, so this is as good of a way to spend it as any. Looks like you just caught that spicy director's cut. What made you go for that? Not that there's anything wrong with a woman seeing it. I mean, everyone's talked about it and Judith's in it. I figured if I'm going to see any version of it, might as well make it the real deal. They don't leave a lot to the imagination. There were a lot of scenes where I didn't know where to keep my eyes. Spy bits are interesting too. Brits get up to espionage sometimes, but we don't use the kinds of tactics Judith does. I figured. Sexy spycraft might only be a thing of the silver screen, but that's what makes those kinds of movies fun, if you ask me. This conversation in the theater continued for a brief period. Soon enough, however, the sides parted ways in the lobby. From there, Van got on with the rest of this evening. So yeah, I am going to take my break and I will be back. Okay, I had to stop for about a week, so I need to remember where I left off. Hoping I'm just going down the line here, because we're in Satan, and I don't know what I'm looking at for time. In case you're wondering, the temperature here got record-breaking, so yeah, I couldn't record for those days. It's only a brisk 83 Fahrenheit today. I was chatting with the staff over at one of the dealerships. Apparently Lino's trying to field a Z1 entry. Who'd have thunk? They haven't been competitive for years. I'm not a big Lino guy myself, but more mix is never a bad thing, especially with factory support. As a car buff, I can't wait to see what they've got. So real quick, in case you're wondering, I want to say that's like 25 Celsius today, compared to where our record was, I think, 35 Celsius. So I've been hearing less and less about Grimcat lately. Wonder what's up with her. Not that I'm complaining, honestly. I think it'd be best for everybody if she just up and got gone. Her being this gentlewoman thief and all makes it awkward trying to arrest her because it's still a crime, just a celebrated one. We can't just look the other way when she robs some fat cat, despite the morality of it all. We've been getting a lot of reports about scams and shady deals. There's always a chance the Mafia is behind those in the bigger picture. Folks gotta be careful who they trust nowadays. We need to get the word out that we can help. Drying up a crime ring's funding is a good way to starve them out. Just so you know, though, if I have to arrest a Spriggan poking his nose into those deals himself, I will. Am I clear, Mr. Arkwright?
Well?
Yep, he's no fun. Lately, we've been getting a lot of reports from teachers and parents of older children. They're telling us about these shady part-time jobs going around. It's a real problem. Good kids can get dragged into awful bad stuff without even knowing it. Monsters, all of them. We need to round them all up and get them off the streets. And then what? If the word had gotten out that we got fished on some explicit website, heavens, our reputation would have been sunk. Can't thank you enough. Trust is paramount for our firm. It's not something you can simply buy. So I'm swearing off those spaces now. I just need to find some other way to unwind after a long day's work. Well, there's a place in Tharbad you might be interested in. Can you still see the canvas? From how it looks here, no you can't. Just can't do it, try as I might. The tower's mysteries still leave me stumped. Goodness, it's been 3 years and 67 days now by my count since I last had a severe case of arse block. What's gotten into me? I've sunk far too great a cost to turn back now. I will conquer the tower with my trusty brush. Goddess is my witness. If I could just catch the faintest glimpse, the slightest touch of the tower's true colors. Okay.
Guess it's time for me to leave. Welcome to Erland.
I've heard that other countries look to Calvert for the newest fashion trends. Our diversity brings a lot of unique flair to the scene. That's part of what makes designing clothes so interesting, not just for the EGC, but for store brands too. You've got traditional stuff for Eurasian, Central and Far East trends, and there's Edith, which is like this big melting pot. That's my job, bridging all those unique cultures and bringing them together to make something new. And there's Carmen. We'll peek.
We have full confidence in our products.
That makes one of us.
We await your next visit.
What the hell, man? How'd Sasha walk all over us like that? And then they just toss out the shit with Ronald like it's nothing. Never would have thought he'd throw in with the Mafia. And the hell had come to this? Shit got really out of hand. Okay, I'm not hearing the radio so far. Nope, I spoke too soon. Man, James got straight embarrassed there. I could hardly believe my eyes. But he wasn't pissed about it. He looked relieved, actually, like a weight came off his shoulders. Guess he needed that. Actually, Sasha was looking like she saw an itch afterwards, so maybe float her a challenge. I was able to squeeze out a win, but man, she was tough as ever. No, I did not choke. I just let down my guard a little. This girl does have some hoops, I'll admit. She had to have been good for Simon to take notice. Next time we face off, it won't go so smoothly for her, you'll see. Ah, crap. I just want to make sure there were other events I could fall back on. 3 people I did not want to see. Oh, is that? Well, look what we have here, an inspector and a bracer shooting the shit over drinks. Man, if even you two can be friends, the capital's in good hands. I wouldn't exactly call us friends. The guild's not the CID, but they're far from our allies. At best, we're rivals. But given how much our work overlaps, we often see each other out in the field. We respect each other as fellow public servants. So rivals we may be, but we can still share a drink or two, eh? You care to join us? Nah, I'm good. Gonna stretch my legs a bit more. Fair enough, drinking with old dogs like us isn't the most attractive offer, I guess. But you know, I'm sure Elaine wouldn't mind having a drinking buddy after work. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. That reminds me, I heard you pitched in during that mess in Basel. Yeah, I heard from Elvis. Sounds like you made yourself pretty busy over there. Wasn't what I was there for, but yeah, I helped out where I could. How about next time you let us know where you're headed beforehand? That way we can clean up these messes you inevitably get into. Yes, because I'm totally the one causing them all, right. But in case you'd like to know, most of next week will be ARC ride free here in Edith. Me and the gang are taking a little vacation. Hey, not a bad idea, but you could use the break. Where are you headed? Figured it'd be nice to get away from the hustle and bustle for a while, so we're headed out to Longley for a little hot spring trip. Longley, huh? My wife and I went there for our honeymoon. Beautiful place. I'd love to take my daughter there someday, if I could ever get time off. Aw, work to the bone, huh? Yep, and whose fault is that, do you think? Well, you picked a good time to go there. The autumn leaves are just stunning in Longley. Since you'll be down that way, say hi to everybody for me, will you? Oh yeah, you're from around there, aren't you? Wait, okay, could you not go guessing at my background? Sorry, just your fighting form was enough of a tell. And hey, a personal favor if you don't mind. I'd appreciate it if you burned some incense for my old master while you're there. Sure. Read me like a book. Taking a trip, huh? Man, I'd love to take one of those with the girls myself. Oh, back in the land of the living, are you? Last we saw, you'd plaster yourself to sleep. Figured I'd just drop you off at the precinct, but I, couldn't stop laughing at your face, man. You two in cahoots, perhaps? No comment, don't go lumping us together. Ouch, well, you gotta give me the cold shoulder, man. A little trip really does sound nice. Okay, so go take one, you know, yourself. Well, no. What's the point in taking a trip alone? It's the perfect chance to kindle the flames of romance, you know, right? How should I know? And you're really gonna push your luck and butter him up with some trip? She didn't just magically forget what happened. Look, we're moving on from that, okay? See, when we met up last time, she said I could come by again sometime if I wanted to. And the kid, she said, "You're such a weirdo, mister. Can you stop by again? I want to talk to you some more." Yeah, of course she was nice to you. She's a freaking waitress. Yume's reaction said it all. You are a weirdo. I know I took on your request, but man, get your head out of your ass. Basic courtesy ain't affection. I know that. I'm just trying to make amends. I mean, sure, I'd love it if they could let me back into their lives, but I gotta take that first step myself. I want to make up for all that time we should have spent together. That's my new goal in life, putting a smile on their faces. Swell. Guess that was the wake-up call he needed. Guys learned he can't just treat life like it's one big game. Sounds like you two have had your share of run-ins before. Didn't he bring his car here? I saw it parked outside. Of course he did. I'll lug him over to the precinct. He can sleep it off there.
Gonna eat something?
Someday I want to take a little family trip, just the three of us. I want to show Paulette and Yume that I can be a good dad. Anything to put a smile on her face. Anything, I swear. Getting a real bad vibe from this. Feel like I should step in. Save it for the sequel. Longline, her things get a little sketchy there, being a border town and all, but it's supposed to be pretty safe otherwise. Don't you cause any trouble there. Seems like wherever you go, Gehenna seems to follow. Hopefully this time you keep your nose out of trouble. It's our home, after all, even if I've been gone for a while. Please offer up a stick of incense for this unworthy disciple. If you wouldn't mind, Dark Ride. Heading to Longline, huh? Gotcha. That's where you're from, right? Figured you weren't from Longport. Yeah, I've got a bit of Longline in me. Wasn't there all that long, though. Makes sense, guess not everybody Eastern's from the same place.
Hey, welcome. Thanks, pal.
I said, screw guys. Who says I gotta marry one just because I'm that age, and... not like I'm gonna just curl up and die if I'm single in my 30s. Alright, y'all, tonight we're gonna drink till I forget all about it. A little while ago, this kid named Eddie came to apologize to the young miss. Apparently he was involved in that whole mess. We can't exactly let him see her, given everything, so I just passed his message along. Though he did end up helping her patch things up with her father, so all's well that ends well, I suppose.
That's true.
The Republican Party frequents this hotel for their meetings. Polanski's a familiar face here. That CEO just checked out. She's been coming here more often as of late. And she's far from the only one. A lot of those types hold meetings here with members of the Republican Party. Jennifer has a lot of initiative, and that's good in a president. I just wish she weren't so rash. She needs to think things through. Not that she's unwelcome in the party, not at all. Everyone brings their own skills and strengths to the table. Politics is all about connections, you see, and stringing them together to get what you want. History is full of fools, perhaps good men, who try to move the political world all by themselves. Seldom do they succeed. They need to use more force, then. Young Miss Berzelia returned home earlier than usual today. I do sympathize. She and her father have a complicated relationship. Oh no, I needed to be down there. Okay. This is the last one for the area. I thought it would be easy to win over some party members given the slump they're in. How wrong I was. And he has such a big heart to set me straight like that. It's strange, even the sweetest Quincy treat tastes salty when I eat it alone.
Off we go.
And now for everyone's favorite part.
I think I've seen you before. Guess I'll check out the arena.
I used to sell up on the surface until about 2 years ago. That was when those guys moved in and started dealing themselves Almada, I mean. And man, they're ruthless. I couldn't tell you how many of my routes they've snatched up in those short years. I could swear they were after my head at one point. I went underground after that, and I don't regret that decision one bit. Blacklight's a good place to be. We have the boss watching out for us. They can't come slithering in like they usually do. It's safe here, you know?
What will it be? I'll be seeing you.
I think maybe my luck's starting to look up. I'm not seeing those feisty fight-picking gangsters around here anymore, for one. And then just today I bagged a real VIP client. I'm so proud of myself. I love getting a real big shot. Maybe I'll take the rest of the day off and treat myself at Gabriella's. Celebrate the good times, you know. I deserve it. Why is my old wound giving me trouble again? Might just be karma. What goes around comes around. This isn't the first time it's given me grief, and I doubt it'll be the last. Anyway, had their eyes on me in my youth. I had to bail from Longport, got so bad. I miss that city. Perhaps I should head over to Isabel's and have her take a look at my old wound. Maybe there's something she can do for me.
I've got... Best come again soon.
Uh-oh. It's been a hot minute since I last checked this place. They've got a really nice lineup today. I like this greatsword here. What do you think of it, Lahad? It's pretty nice, yeah. Got this back alley blacksmith vibe to it. I like it. You two are way too comfortable here. I don't know how you do it. I can't stand these kinds of places. Oh, don't be such a spoilsport, Alvis. A bracer is responsible for all citizens, no? Including the ones in the gutters. You know, that's why Regina worries about you so much. You're always so high-strung on the job. I mean, what? What does Regina have to do with it? Oh, for the love of Adios, take the hint, you big dense blockhead. Okay, how about this? You two hold a competition between yourselves. The winner gets to take Regina on a dinner date. Sounds good to me. I mean, I still don't get why you're bringing her up in this, but I'm not gonna lose to either way. My pride's on the line. You were alarmingly quick to agree there. Wait, why would I have dinner with her? I have a girlfriend. This is just... Whatever, fine. You're on, and I'm not gonna lose. I swear my honor as a B-rank bracer. Man, how does Elvis function with a head that dense? Hopefully once I get the guy to come to his senses, he and Regina... Wait, he gets to invite her to dinner if I lose, and if I lose, then I look bad, and if I look bad... Okay, this is kind of a problem. What do I do? Should I just win and let him figure it out on his own? Man, must suck being that dude's wingman. He's really fussing over it. Well, hello there. You know, I always had a feeling you frequented this place. Guess I was right after all. Anyway, let's just stay in our own lanes here, alright? I'll look the other way if you do. Not even trying to play it cool this time. Well, fine by me. I ain't got nothing to do with you anyway.
Well,
Those two never change, do they? They've been like that ever since they were rookies. The more things change, the more they stay the same. They're capable bracers now, but their old habits are hard to kick. Maybe that falls on me as their mentor. I've got room to improve myself, I reckon. I do need to do a better job of reining in Ewan. I had some business to negotiate with an old friend today, and Mercy, she really likes to play hardball with me. I thought raising her daughter and moving to Crossbow might have softened her up a little bit, but nope. That daughter of hers, wouldn't you know it, she's in the arms dealing business too, and darn tootin' she's good at it. Word is she even has her own airship now. She really does take after her mother. Might have a real firecracker on my hands when she grows up. So that's Ashley and Jingo that they're talking about. These are the old ones.
We await your next visit.
His voice just sounds off for how that character is drawn.
Let's talk if you've got a minute.
Mommy, let me help. I'll wash the dishes. Thank you, Yoda, but that's alright. It's time for you to go to bed now. Mommy can take care of everything by herself. Go brush your teeth and get tucked in, okay? Can you pick me up? No, how am I supposed to say no to that? But only after you brush your teeth. Come on, let's go. I'll wait for you while you get ready for bed. I'm not his birth mother, I should clarify. I found him on a battlefield I was working in. He's not tough by any stretch, though. He's so frail I feel like if I let go of him, he'll just blow into dust. But you know something? I don't feel like I'm the one protecting him. The opposite, actually. He's the one who saved me. I was a cold and heartless woman before I found him. He taught me what it meant to love someone. There's nothing I want more for him to grow up happy, healthy, and strong. Wanted to give him the life he deserves. Getting some Teresia vibes there.
Don't take too long. Come back soon.
Hey, mister, how about some reading material?
I've loved books for as long as I remember. Nowadays, they're the only thing that can mend my broken heart. Like this book here, talks about all the gruesome ways they used to execute people in the Middle Ages. Every page is just dripping with so much love. It's irresistible, just... Oh no, did I say that out loud? Why'd I say hello to this chick? Ain't got a damn clue what she's on about.
What'll you have today? Thanks for coming.
Strange posse you're running with.
This isn't funny.
Actually, now that I think about it, are there any bubbles?
Come on, spill some blood. Hey, gorgeous. Why don't you stop?
No, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I don't really know much about what goes on outside my ditzy little bubble. But I'm not worried. This area always has a way of bouncing back from trouble. That's what I love about it. And don't you worry, baby. No matter how low you go, you'll always have a place here with me and everyone else. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. I know what that's like. I'd rather swim than sink, that's for damn sure.
All my stuff is to die for. See you later, handsome.
I like it.
Wanna get a drink together?
And you there, girly, get over here and help me bring in some foot traffic. Good to see you again tonight. Whatever you do down here, just watch out for cops. Getting tangled up with those crooks is a rookie mistake. Anyway, I'm off to go bag us a big spender. Talk to you later. I don't remember if I may have missed this spot earlier, I'm not sure. Well, this is unusual. What's the occasion? You pop down here for pleasure or business for a change? Nah, I'm good. Just figure it's a good idea to keep tabs on this place every now and then. Never know when you might find something useful. Been noticing some faces I didn't see during the day. Looks like you guys are having some interesting visitors around here, too. You mean her and those so-called superheroes? You bet they're interesting. I've had my fair share about them from the grapevine. I've heard my fair share. I don't mind them. We can use a little excitement. It distracts from how lonely things can get down here. You know, lonely hits different coming from you. I get her, though. You kinda gotta be a lone wolf to hack it down here.
Ooh, you look dangerous.
Oh yeah, we have the bunny strap already.
I'd better see you again.
Ain't nobody knows exactly how long Blacklight's been around. You believe the people on the streets, they'll tell you it goes back some 500 years. More likely it just popped up when people were drifting around the city after the revolution. Shit was real chaotic back then. Only one who knows for sure is probably the boss, and the boss ain't someone to show up down here often, so who can say for certain?
What'll him again?
It has really been a whole year since Crossbelt broke off from Erebonia. How time flies when you get to my age. I had a number of brushes with the old CPD back when I lived there. They'll throw you in jail for just about anything over there. I didn't even do anything wrong this one time, and they still cuffed me. But if they think they got the last laugh, oh, they've got another thing coming. And once again, that's the typo there, but that's a very, very common one. One of these days, they'll pay the piper. So I believe this woman is the scam artist who appears in both Zero and Azure. She's the one who screams and then bolts, and you always need help bagging her, first from Killican, and the other one's a train chase. Hey there, come in and have some fun. Just don't get too naughty, alright? I could pull up the videos and check. I hadn't considered that as a way to restore cranial nerve functions. Interesting, very interesting. Thank you, Ren. That helped clear up part of your thesis I had trouble parsing. That insight will come in mighty handy. Don't mention it, just know that it's still theory. It's up to you and your field to determine how practical it actually is. I'm definitely excited to see how my ideas pan out in the real world at any rate. I'll be keeping a very close eye on those tests. By all means, I'm excited to put your theory to work. Do I even want to ask what harebrained schemes you are up to, and what's a kid like you doing down here at this hour, huh? If it isn't Edith's one and only Spriggan. Good evening, Van. Why so concerned? I have proper permission to leave the campus at night. Everything is above board, I assure you. That's not what I meant, and you know it. So you're still publishing papers, huh? Man, you're a real workaholic. You were doing that 5 years ago when we first met. So you're the infamous Mille Chatan, are you? The mysterious researcher who puts out papers at the speed of light. So if you don't know, Mille is 1000 and Chatan is kitten. So her pen name was Thousand Kitten. Medicine, economics, engineering, even literature and music theory. A polymath through and through. Your work has been very well regarded at various conferences. I hear you even managed to attain your doctorate while remaining anonymous. You do know your stuff. Normally I would deflect such scrutiny into my identity, but it seems as though the jig is up. My output isn't what it once was. I used to be a little haphazard in my youth, dabbling in anything and everything that came to mind. But now I'm so busy with the student council and my other commitments I don't have the energy to publish as often as I used to. These days I put out a paper every 6 months or so. Because, you know, publishing only 2 papers a year at 16 is so bog standard. I think that's a healthy pace to maintain. Your youth doesn't last forever. It wouldn't do to drown your teenage years in work. So Agnes tells me that you're going on something of a company retreat next week. Must say it sounds like fun. Perhaps I'll stow away inside someone's trunk and come along for the ride. You might still be pretty short, but not as much as when we first met. Don't think you'll fit into anybody's suitcases anymore. But honestly, you don't have to go to all that trouble. You're welcome to tag along if you like. We owe you big time for all your help at Basel. We got room for one more. You're in if you want it. That's sweet of you to offer, alas. I have plenty of obligations keeping me busy next week, so I'll have to pass. That said, I hope you and your lovely assistants all get some very well-earned rest. Agnes especially. She's been a real busy bee between your work and the student council. Make sure you treat her well, alright? Of course, I ain't the best influence, but I ain't a slave driver. Ren could stand to take her own advice, too. A girl never stops. Well, she has her friends and family to help with that, I guess. I made plenty today at work, so tonight I figured I'd treat myself to a well-earned break. I've known Ren here since her kitty days. We got to know each other online. Never thought I'd get to meet her in person all these years later. So young, yet she's grown so much. Didn't take her long to start marching to the Blacklight beat, but I suppose with a resume like hers, she can adapt to just about anything. Should have figured she'd know about her society ties. Man, what doesn't this woman know?
They're all specially made.
Like, this one probably seems to be the best of the 3 since you get 2 different types. It's just...
Always be careful when and
One
how
second.
much you use.
The cat took off and I had to brush all that fur away.
Boss is gonna yell at you.
There's not too many enemies that are hybrid that I know of. They usually do one or the other. Alright, 500 more reps today. Let's do this. Used to be a famous boxer back on the surface, but then the drugs came a-callin'. Felt about as low as the guy could fall, but you know something? Life here ain't so bad. This place is rotten to shit, but you can do whatever you want down here. I love it. Hell, you can leave guys half dead, nobody cares. Maybe we'll have to fight him one day, we'll see. Maybe even in the cage.
Taking off now. Let's see what we've got.
Looks like we got a 4 SPG. My name is Sayla, and I'm part of a 2-girl idol group called With You. Tonight we're scheduled to hold a street performance in the Tyrell district. My partner Lulu has gone missing. Can you help me search for her? I'll be waiting at a table near your brother's music shop. And notice the name of the job is Without You. Well, might as well get this over with. Let's go chat with our client after we wrap up here.
Well... Banner launched!
Is this moving the story forward? Just in case. So you might see that. Nope, you don't get to see the date. Because I figure we have to still go around and walk. Should I talk to that idol about our friend now? Gotta do it soon, but it's. Oh. Hold off.
What's next?
Okay, that will max his. Tempted to do hers. Worrying man's search. I heard that there's been a man with a fierce look on his face scouring the city for a girl's toy at night as of late. Couldn't be him, right? Suppose I should just check. Looks like my guess is right on the mark. Something on your mind, Inspector? What do you want? Just been looking into a spicy rumor that's been floating around. Something about a scary-looking man who's prowling the night searching for little girl toys. Hey, don't worry, I don't judge. Everyone's got at least one weird hobby or two. It's not as a hobby, damn it. I ought to find the low-life scumbag who spread that rumor and cuff them. Alright, I had my fun. There's more to the story, right? What, you trying to placate your adolescent daughter after upsetting her? Don't tell me I just hit the jackpot. Not quite. My daughter's still Sunday school age. So you couldn't be there for her birthday, huh? Yeah, just about any little kid's gonna be upset about that. You're lucky she's mature enough to not throw a tantrum over it. I don't need you to tell me that. I don't get to spend much time with her, so I promise I'd absolutely be there for her birthday. You should know better than to make promises you might not be able to keep. The only absolute in this world is that there is no absolutes. Alright, I've just about had enough of you. I'm going to head to another shop. This one didn't have what I wanted. What are you trying to find anyway? Why do you want to know? So you can fling more insults my way? Because I wanted to help you find it. Figured this was a perfect opportunity to put a cop in my debt. That tone of yours is exactly what I despise. You must really want to put a smile back on your daughter's face, or you wouldn't be roaming the streets like a bloodhound on the hunt. And I'm guessing you don't want to ask the guild or your subordinates for help when they're so busy, but I got all the time in the world. I'll help you out of this jam for dirt cheap, just this once. What do you say? You're as unpredictable as ever. I'm looking for a limited edition dress-up doll. It has a special outfit. My daughter wants it badly, but unfortunately so does everybody else. They're out of stock all over the city. Trust me, I checked. So even an inspector like you is willing to cast aside his pride for his beloved daughter. Think I might know just the place. You do? Tell me where it is now. Easy. You can't go there alone. If you do, you won't be able to get your hands on it, and you'll probably land yourself in a real mess. If people there find out who you are, you'll be getting sandbagged in no time. You don't mean... I'll be having dinner with my family today for the first time in a while. Really want to hand my daughter the doll then and there. You may lead the way. I can protect myself, though. Gotcha. Van led us funny to the location he had in mind. I was starting to wonder on the way here if this is where you were taking me. Figured it's the geezer we're talking to. Don't be like that, I'm just taking you through a nice, dingy underground shopping center, Inspector, just like any other in Edith. Look, you're not making this any better for either of us. Wipe that frown off your face already. Alright, I'll stop yucking around. This is your first rodeo, or you've been down here before? It's been over a decade. This isn't exactly my kind of place, either professionally or personally. I swear, I just can't wrap my head around it. How anyone could just choose to live down here, and how the authorities could turn a blind eye to how obviously foul it is just beyond me. That's what I'm here for, pal. You wouldn't last a minute down here by yourself. Anyway, time's a-wasting. Let's go talk to the locals first and see what we can figure out. Van and Inspector Despani first inquired with Gabrielle, the proprietress of a local drinking hole. She informed them about a new scalper who had recently arrived. The two decided to try their luck by visiting him. You're in luck, my good man. I've got exactly what you're looking for. I just put these dolls up on display. You don't know how hard I had to work to obtain them. These things aren't easy to come by. Probably goes without saying, if you move forward with this, this ain't gonna be the most legit sale you've ever done. Just putting that out there. What you decide to do with that information's up to you. I don't need some street rat like you lecturing me about morals. Hell, sure, I'll take one. How much do you want? Pleasure doing business with you, sir. That'll be 10,000 Mira, thank you very much. You serious? That's 10 times the MSRP. You better give a damn good reason why. And if you don't know what MSRP is, it's manufacturer suggested retail price. As I just explained to you, sir, these dolls are quite the hot commodity right now. I'm simply charging what the market is willing to pay. Like hell, you think you can get away with fleecing me, huh? Don't hurt me! Sorry, pal, it doesn't look like you know who this guy is, so let me fill you in. You're looking at the personal bodyguard for this district's head honcho. Want to guess how he got so strong? By setting crooks straight by force when they step out of line. I hear you're new here, so I guess nobody took the time to fill you in yet. Can't fault you for that. But now that you know who you're dealing with, you might want to consider cutting the man a discount. Otherwise, life's going to come at you real fast in just a couple of seconds. Okay, I give you in. So, normal retail price plus a finder's fee to compensate me for my labor. Does that sound fair? Still a snake to the bitter end, but he knows what's up now, at least. What's your call, boss? Deal? Yeah, I'll take it. Fantastic, another satisfied customer you made. So I hope this taught you a valuable lesson. Be careful how you do business down here, got it? Let me ask you one more question before I leave. What on Zemuria made you decide to come live in a place like this? What? That's a weird question to ask, but if I had to say... Well, we got it in the end. Shame it ended up costing more than the retail price, but it beats not getting it at all. True, it would have cost me an arm and a leg were it not for your quick wit. I think we owe it to that terrifying skull on your face. You'd have never bought my story otherwise. You seriously need to work on your compliments. Anyway, you really are a strange one. I doubt anyone in the history of the Blacklight District has asked a question like that one. I was quite surprised at the answer I received. I don't even know how to live in the sun's light. When I first visited that district, I quickly realized the outside world's logic doesn't apply there, and I had that same feeling all over again. Although I understand now that thrusting our logic on its people isn't the way forward. I probably should be saying this as an enforcer of the law. But while I can't say I understand their way of thinking, nor can I accept it as right, I can acknowledge that there may be things in this world that are neither black nor white. That's so. Well, it's time for this lawless ruffian to get out of your hair. Hope she likes her present. As do I. Although the relief it provides will no doubt be momentary. This isn't the first time I've made her sad, and it won't be the last time either. Damn, the pessimism is real. Did the depressing air in the Blacklight District get to you or something? Quiet, you. Let me leave you with this. You can think the world of someone, but if you don't put your feelings into action or words, they'll never know. Deep down, though, I'm sure she already knows you really care about her. Just gotta keep trying to show it. Well, I'm out. Just treat me to a canned coffee sometime and we're square. Just can't get a read on that guy. Daddy! Gigi. I'm really sorry, Daddy. I know how busy you are, and I shouldn't have been so mean to you. It's auto-scrolling right now, by the way. I'm sorry, too, and to show I mean it, I got you a little special something. Van quietly left the scene as if he'd never been there at all. And with his work done, he returned to his patrol.
You've got some spirit, I guess. No, I didn't say a word.
Justice Badge, the investigator that understands gray. Ah, we're about to hit max.
Well...
Wrong button. Okay, so our two choices are this. This long life vacation really came out of nowhere, but it's been a while. Maybe I should hit the bookstore and see if I can gather any new info on the suites in the area. Also, there was some trouble in the subway, so I should go by car. Or, before going on vacation, Risette wants to do a test of some new functionality currently under development for the virtual simulator. She requested that if I had time, she'd love some help. Fan contacted Risette and returned to the office. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Arkwright. I hate to impose like this, especially so late, but I sincerely appreciate it. Don't mention it, you said you were testing some features in development for the simulator, right? Are you sure I'm the man you want for that? Sounds like it go way over my head. Certainly, as a matter of fact, there's something that only you can help me with. Could you please take your Zypha out for me? My Zypha? What do you want with that? The holocore system gathers a wide variety of data through the Zypha, not just biological information. This time I'd like to test location information-based shard replication functionality too. Perhaps it'd be faster if I just show you. Are you ready to begin? I didn't really get all that, but sure, you just need me to connect my Zypha, right? So, where is this? Krail Village? Correct, our records indicate that this dataset was generated 2 months ago. This reflects the village's state upon your accepting Miss Alphaid's request. Really now, so you use something like geographical data to make this copy of the village. Man, your tech just keeps throwing curveballs at me. Hell, even the villagers are going through their motions like some kind of memory quartz. Due to the high information density in these settings, the fine details aren't perfectly accurate. Do pardon that. Wouldn't have noticed if you didn't point it out. This was before you tagged along anyway. Indeed it was. I now see the village is quite the homely place. Though we haven't implemented audio emulation quite yet, I can almost hear the ambience of this village already. Yeah, backwater through and through, and all the beauty that comes with. That reminds me, the village is hosting their harvest festival soon. Bet they'll dress the place up nice and pretty for that. I see. I would be interested in participating myself someday. Now let's advance to the next memory. These orange lanterns are gorgeous. Sure are. Looks like we're in Longport's eastern quarter now. When we came here a while back, we had to deal with Hayway and Almada. Still enjoyed seeing this place again, though. Hard not to get wrapped up in all its eastern charms. I know what you mean. The vermilion lights are quite beautiful. And the gorgeous night sky is enchanting. Not sure if I'd go that far, but yeah, the night view is pretty damn great. And so is the ocean view from the harbor, especially in the evening. Is it now? Then let me extract the evening data. Yet another curveball. You weren't exaggerating, the view from here is breathtaking. Sorry if it's a little much. It isn't at all. I could watch the gentle swaying of the waves for hours. In that case, why don't you come here in person sometime? There's a mountain of delicious food and the Eastern Theater performances alone are worth the trip. It all sounds lovely. I think I'll do that someday. I hate to put an end to this, but we have our test results now. I'll go ahead and end the simulation. We're back. Strictly speaking, we never left this room in the first place. How do you feel about this new functionality test? Good reminder how crazy Shard Tech really is, that's for sure. Honestly, I'm even more excited to see this fully realized than I am the combat simulation portion. I agree with you. Thankfully, we managed to record some excellent data. Things will hopefully continue to progress smoothly. But I gotta say, you looked pretty happy while we were doing that test. As embarrassed as I'd be to admit it, I can't claim otherwise. All I had until now were pictures and videos from other places. For a while I thought they'd be all I'd have, and I'd just be content with imagining them. But thanks to you, Mr. Arkwright, I now get to experience such places for myself. If I hadn't taken so long to join you, I might have even been able to see the places we just simulated. Honestly, I'm a little jealous of the others. You've been through a lot in your life, haven't you? Don't mean to pry, but it's the impression I got after what happened last trip. That would be a fair assessment, yes. Regardless of that, I owe a great debt of gratitude toward the Marduk Company and Mr. Thorndyke by extension. I wouldn't be here helping as your concierge if it weren't for them. I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity. That in and of itself is a great privilege and more than enough for me to feel fulfilled and satisfied. Don't gotta be so humble. We're happy to have you here too, you know. And don't forget we've got our trip to Longlai coming up too. I know it's all kind of last minute and not exactly meant for us, so we might not really have all that much time to relax. But I still hope you get to enjoy yourself while we're there. You deserve it just as much as anyone else. Thank you, Mr. Arkwright. Just the opportunity to join you all is exhilarating. Whether it's the local cuisine, the beautiful vistas, or the relaxing hot springs, I'm looking forward to it all. With the simulator test concluded, Van left the room. After that, he resumed his nighttime patrol.
I almost forgot I was on the clock for a moment there.
Yep, back to work. So, 14 defense points. The ultimate Spriggan. Chain effect plus 5.
Well,
So yeah, I was kind of hoping we could do this one, get the extra point, and then do Anya's thing, but... oh well. Should I go talk to the idol about her friend? Alright, let me go see my client. You must be the idol that put in that request. Sailor, right? Nice to meet you. Wow, so the rumors really are true, huh? If you're here, does that mean you're willing to hear me out? Yeah, probably best not just stand around talking like this, though. Why don't we grab a seat and take it from there? You mentioned that you were supposed to be putting on a street performance tonight, but it sounds like your partner didn't show up when she was supposed to. Yes, that's right. Lua did mention to me that she had work today, but she said that she'd be done after sunset, so we planned to meet up here directly once she got off her job. It was getting later and later, and she was nowhere to be seen. Once an hour passed and I still hadn't heard from her, I decided to visit her place. Makes sense to me. Sounds like a pretty reasonable thing to do. When I got there, I knocked on the door, but didn't get an answer. I have a key to her apartment that she lent me, so I used it to poke my head inside and found a note she left on the table. Reading that note left me so concerned, so that's when I contacted you so you could hopefully look for her. Makes sense. What was written on the note? There were only two things scribbled down on it. One was a name I didn't recognize, Clement, and the other thing was part-time 1,000 mira per hour. 1,000 mira per hour? That's what we charge as our base rate in my agency. It's pretty damn good for some side hustle. Some might even say too good. Practically screams something not on the up and up if you ask me. You think so too, huh? I figured that was a distinct possibility. That case we solved this morning was another instance of someone getting caught up in sketchy part-time work. It's entirely possible this might be connected somehow. Think about Lulua, she comes from the countryside. She's a really honest girl at heart and tends to take people at their word, for better and for worse. That's why I'm really worried about her. I'm scared she might have gotten herself into. I can understand why. At this point you've given me everything I need to know. From what you told me, this is definitely a job for a Spriggan. Seeing as it's so urgent and all, I'll go ahead and get to work immediately. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're able to help me. Don't mention it. Tell me a little more about Lulua. Has she been acting strange in any particular way lately? Actually, yes, now that you ask. I've been seeing her spending time with an elderly woman who looks pretty well off. When I asked her about it, she said she was escorting her as part of some volunteer work she's doing. That was news to me, and the fact she was doing anything like that felt really strange to me. I mean, it's nice of her to want to help and all, but I know for a fact that she really shouldn't have the time to spare for that right now. That's because we're both trying to save up our money so we can put on our dream concert. We're busy as it is just working on that. Which is probably where the 1,000 mira per hour comes in. She could be earning that much from the Clement person as compensation for helping. That was my hunch, too. I don't know the name of the woman that Lulu has been looking after, or else I'd be more than happy to tell you. But she did say the other day that the woman bought her clothes at Jardine Boutique in the department store by the station. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but Jardine is just the French word for garden. Does that help you at all? Yeah, that's a good jumping off point for me to start looking for her. Once we're done talking, I'll make my way straight to that boutique and have a talk with whoever I might find there. As for you, I think you should stay here for the time being. I know it's well past when you two are supposed to meet, but it's always possible that she could just be running late and still show up. Right, that is true. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks again. Van hurried over to Jardine Boutique without delay to begin looking for Lua. Welcome to Jardine, sir. How may I help you? Wanted to ask you something, actually. Van introduced himself and asked the man if he had seen Lua and a well-dressed woman in the shop recently. I suspect you're referring to Madame Daphne. She is one of our regulars. She actually happened to step by a few days ago, accompanied by a young woman. I thought she was Madame Daphne's granddaughter, but I see I was mistaken. The two must seem fairly close for you to get that impression. Oh, they most certainly did. Guess you haven't seen them today. Correct assumption. I hear that Madame Daphne frequents the Erland store in the Satan district as well as our own. Perhaps she may have visited there today instead. I hear she's on good terms with its manager, too. Erland over in Satan district, got it. Thanks for the info. You're quite welcome, sir. Over to Satan I go, then. Oh, boy.
Guess it's time for me to leave. Welcome to Erland, sir.
Can we talk?
We spoke to her before coming here, so I'm just moving forward. Daphne and Lua? Yes, they're regulars here. They dropped by earlier this afternoon, right on time. Bingo. You aware of their relationship by chance? Sure, just met Lulu recently. Heard she volunteers for this assisted living nonprofit in her spare time. She gets assigned to help out the elderly and disabled with stuff like shopping, that sort of thing. Daphne doesn't have any relatives, so Lulu is a big help for her. Gotcha. What I heard, though, is that this Daphne lady ain't exactly hurting for money. So why she look for a free helper instead of a maid or something? You know, Daphne isn't sure herself. I recall she said she wanted to pay Lulu directly, actually. Lulu has told me that she gets some payment from the agency anyway, though. She's telling Daphne not to worry about it. That just really confuses me. She's a volunteer, but she gets paid for helping Daphne. It's an awfully roundabout way of doing things. Just seems like a bit of a contradiction, no? Kinda, yeah. So this ain't a case of the old lady getting swindled, at least. But yeah, something was weird here. There's gotta be some reason she's getting paid in that roundabout way. So anyway, those two came by earlier, right? Any idea where they headed after that? I recall Lewis said something about showing Daphne the place where she works. I think she works at that concert hall in Riverside. Riverside Concert Hall? That'd be the Blue Score, then. Thanks much, I owe you one. Think nothing of it. Stop by again sometime, will you?
Off we go.
Hey, is that...
That should get him off my tail. Wait, you?
Hey, heck of a coincidence running into you here, especially at this hour. Saw that article of yours on BuzzRaider, by the way. Let me guess, on the run from paparazzi right now. What if I am? To be clear, that article is... Don't worry, I can make a guess. You checking out talents and sports figures who've got ties to the Mafia, yeah? Can't say I blame you. The why of things aside, he has been going around all these shady spots for weird reasons. Wait, you've got detailed info on him? Look, I can't exactly spill too much, but I can tell you this. You can lay off the Red Comet. He's 100% clean, trust me. At least when it comes to what you're looking into.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So what was I even doing all this for?
And I got chewed up by my mom and Grammy for it, too. Oh, got complaints about how you're handling your other job? Other job? I have no idea what you could possibly mean.
Van, what are you doing here? And who would this woman be?
You're kidding, that's Elaine O'Clair, the bracer. Come on, I swear it's just one thing after another. Anyway, I have to go, but don't you dare think you've beaten me. That was Judith Lancer, right? The actress? Yeah, you know her? Sort of, we just met at an event before. I imagine you'd be more familiar with her than I am. Heard you two got acquainted in Tharbad. Well, enough to meet outside of work too, it looks like. Come on, it ain't like that. Have a little faith in me. Oh yeah? Alright then. So what are you actually doing out here in Riverside at this hour? Searching for someone, actually. Someone got dragged into working an underworld job without being aware of it. You're investigating an underworld job too? who? Are you up to the same thing? I am, yes. One of their scam victims made a request to the bracers. I'm looking for a man named Clement right now. He's likely the go-between that hired the part-timers. Clement sure gets around, huh? We're basically barking up the same tree, then. That we are. I came to Riverside because we had a report that Clement had been spotted here. Do you mind if I tag along with you? Not at all. Might make things easier for us all. Van filled Elaine in on the current state of his investigation. An idol named Lua, huh? Definitely looks like she's an unwitting pawn of the scheme. Sure does, which honestly puts her in a whole lot of trouble. Let's check out the concert hall. Ah, so she's not actually in the party or anything. Concert hall is this way.
Well,
Another happening night in store. Can we talk?
Oh, Lulu? No, she wasn't on stage today. Hey, Natalie, got any idea where she is? A little, I guess. I've been thinking about her a lot as of late. I did happen to see her. It stuck out to me because she was talking with some older woman I'd never seen before. That's a lead. Did you happen to overhear what they were talking about? Kinda, something about grabbing tea at the food stalls. Think I heard something about trying out the tacos. Tacos? Got it. Thank you for the information. Well, at least we don't have to fast travel anymore.
you there. Have a close look.
Gotta talk to Gordon.
Can we talk?
I'm trying to think, did we actually run into Giordano tonight? Unfortunately, since I took that week break, I don't really remember. Right. It was just before dark when the Lua and the old lady stopped by my stall. I think they were meeting with some middle-aged man or something. He was waiting for him at the table. Kinda an odd group if you ask me. A middle-aged man. Might be Clement. Notice anything out of the ordinary? Can't say I did. Couldn't hear them all the way from here. I should be specific, I think his name was actually pronounced Clement. But I prefer Clement, because I actually knew a dude with that name. They were talking for a while before the man got real worked up. Looks like things got real heated, so they up and left, went across the river. Was wondering what came of them. Don't know anything else, sorry. That's plenty to go on. It is, thank you for all the information. Sure is starting to stink. Agreed, I wasn't expecting someone likely to be Clement and crop up here. We need to follow their trail, and now. Agreed, let's see if we got any other witnesses. Oh, what am I going to do now? I can't believe this happened. Well, I found Daphne, at least. Looks like something happened to her. This might be who we're looking for. Hey there, Granny, got a sec? We'd like to speak to you if we may have a moment. Van, pretending to be Elaine's assistant, inquired into Daphne and the Lua. Oh, for an A-rank bracer and her assistant to show up just when I need them most. This must be the goddess's guidance at hand. But you're right, yes, I am Daphne. Thank you for confirming that. Heard the Lua was helping you as part of her volunteer work. Mind telling us what happened? Not at all, I do have something to share with you. About an hour ago, the Lua was taken away by a man named Clement. He straight up took her? Well, shit's getting urgent. To be clear, Clement was the man that introduced you and the Lua, yeah? That's right. Until today, I wouldn't have pegged him for anything else than a kind and trustworthy man. I came tonight because he wanted to discuss something with the Lua and me. That's when he started trying to sell me some kind of medical insurance. It all sounded splendid, but I'm not naive. I know when something's too good to be true. It probably is. Good on you for not falling for that old trick. I have some experience, since I do have a different insurance already. When I started asking for details, Clement couldn't answer me. Lua must caught on to my suspicions, because she also started asking him questions. He didn't like that at all and started yelling at us, and then he dragged Lua away. Yes, I tried to chase after her, but I lost sight of them right around here. I was afraid that if I contacted the police or the guild, they might suspect Lua as well. I didn't know what to do. Okay, I think I got the picture. Don't worry, the guild will do the best we can for Lua's sake. Rest easy, you can leave the rest to us. Oh, thank you so much. Do you know where she might have been taken to? Ain't hard to take a guess if around here is where you lost sight of him. Must have gone into the Blacklight District. Undoubtedly. We need to head after her quick, but you shouldn't be too careless either. I'll be waiting by the entrance. Just tell me when you're ready. Got it? We need to go say the Lou. Are you ready? Free time will end. So hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Let me know when you're ready. Yada yada.
What's next?
So if we had the points, could we still have spent them?
What's next?
Oops, wrong button again. So I'm not seeing any other marks. And if we look at the map here, that's literally nothing else. Yeah, let's go put Clement in the trash. I'll contact Sayla, my client, to make a progress report. Van contacted Sayla and filled her on the situation. After she pleaded to come with them, they set off. Together, the three of them headed to the Blacklight District in pursuit of Lulu's kidnappers. And so... You stupid bitch. Just had to run your mouth, didn't you? All you had to do was sit quietly next to me and nod your head like a good girl. Everything would have been just fine. But no, you just had to run your mouth. And all that money I could have swindled is gone, all down the drain. How could you deceive a woman like Daphne? That's just horrible. If I knew that was what you were after, I never would have gone along with any of this. Newsflash, I don't give a shit. You have a job to do, and that's all that matters, you understand? You sucker people in with that sweetness and face of yours, and then I swoop in for the kill. I figured that old hag was an easy target, but nope. She's sharper than she looks. But I've still got some tricks up my sleeve. Maybe I can pull something else on her. I've got this insurance plan, and you're going to get her to take it out for me, alright? Excuse me? Why should I... Don't even start with me. You took on this job and accepted my payment. That means you're obligated to do the work, little lady. Your feelings can't do the job for you. So don't you run out on our deal here, or you're going to regret it. Capiche? I told you, if it's the mirror you want, you can have it back. I don't care. That's not how this works. It's not about the money, it's about the deal. You can't just walk back the deal now that you've taken it, see? You're in it now, whether you like it or not. Now be a good girl and stop. Let me stop you right there. Who are you? The hell do you want? Oh no, the hero's come to save the day. I'm just shaking in my boots. Hero, I ain't. I am. I'm a Spriggan, and I don't give a rat's ass about that goody two-shoes shit. I'm here because my client told me to fetch that girl, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm asking you nicely to hand her over. Great, one of you pricks, just what I needed. Look, buddy, you're barking up the wrong tree. This girl's with us. She's not going anywhere. Now, if you don't get out of my face right this instant, we got problems. You heard the boss, scram. Aw, man, what a freaking dumbass. Guy really thinks he can just walk up by himself and take on all of us? Who said he was alone? Hey, I know that face. Elaine O'Clair? Oh, the goddamn times. Nice work, Elaine. I've got the girl. How did you... What the... Sayla, you shouldn't... Lulua, over here. Sayla, is that you? You're not getting away, you little... Whoopsie there. Forgot about me already, pal. Run, you two. We'll take care of these guys. Okay, thank you. Are you shitting me? You want some more? Looks like you guys don't know when to stay down. Put your hands up and surrender yourselves. You're only digging yourselves deeper. For the love of... Seriously? A bracer and a Spriggan ganging up on me? This shit blows. What are you doing? Did I say you could just lie there? Did I? Get your asses up and get them. Yeah, okay. You guys are gonna be real sorry. Ah, we actually get to...
I'll beat your ass. Fine, let's play.
We actually get to inflict some pain.
Now's a great time for a shard boost. Focus unleashed.
There it goes. So, crit rate 50, physical damage, speed, nothing for evasion or anything, and her... So her, course is called Nagi.
Just try and take me.
See, I'm good to go with Lohengrin.
Engaging skill.
My move now.
Do your work, loser.
Activating your turn.
Over here. All for you. Sucker.
We can win.
Engaging skill.
Have some more. Son of a...
Van, your turn.
Okay. The unconscious dude was kind of in the way.
I'll remember this. Try some of this.
Don't stop now, Elaine.
Light. Cut the dark.
We got a reviving balm, I guess. And Nagi is 5 stars, but not maxed. I thought 5 was the cap. That sucks. Jigs up, pal. You're the only one left standing. Mercy, mercy, please. Of course, I'm taking you to the guild. You have a lot to answer for. Your crimes here and your relationship with A. Do I make myself clear? Anything but that. Oh, so he was working for him all along. That does track, yeah. I'll let you handle the rest then. Make sure the guy pays for what he's done and pays good. Of course. You have a good night. Clement was promptly taken into the guild's custody and made to confess his crimes. After looping Daphne into the day's events, Van escorted Lulu and Sayla back to the Tyrell district.
That takes care of that.
Reward deposited.
Thank you both so much for your help. Yeah, we can't thank you enough. I'll admit at first I was like, really? That's Elaine's guy? But the way you two moved in perfect sync was dazzling. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous. Huh? Read the room, Lalua. Sorry, please ignore. Come on, you, let's go.
Finish your job already?
Hey there. Sorry for going off on my own for you.
It's no biggie. I'm just glad everything got taken care of. Besides, I've got no interest in being a third wheel.
We're not. You're gonna have to go easy on her. She's more touchy than she lets on. For example, if you start moving the conversation just a little toward her age. First off, not funny. Second, I'll have you know I'm still in my early 20s. Of course, my apologies, ma'am.
Don't feel bad, Elaine. I can be a little sensitive about my age too sometimes. Anyway, I'll go report to the guild for you. Have some fun, you two, okay?
She can be such a tease. Ain't she something, though? Not every day a Jaeger from a famous corps like Zephyr joins the guild, let alone one trained by the Purple Lightning. Shows up and immediately helped out in Tharbad. She's got a lot of room to get even better, I reckon. Agreed, at this rate she may even surpass my records. Though sometimes a dour expression crosses her face. She must miss her friends back in Erebonia dearly. Regardless, I must admit it's been a massive help to have her around. I think she's beginning to settle in here little by little. Once a student council president, always student council president. You don't get to say that. I was still only vice president when you were around. Renee did things differently, so it was up to you to play the perfect prez. Remember the play we did on the last day of the festival where you... You do not get to bring that up again. That was all your fault. Hey, isn't that... It's gotta be. I wonder what they're talking about. Sucks to be famous, huh? It has its pros and cons. When I introduce myself to them, sometimes I can make use of my reputation. Much like how you call yourself a Spriggan. True enough.
Knowing you, I imagine you've already eaten dinner. I had enough to hold me over. But I could go for a drink. Want to come with me?
Dingo! Why won't you just listen to me? I need you with me at the Tyrell times.
Like I said, I'll leave the honest journalism to you. Sorry for the trouble, Bramati.
Oh, please. This is nothing. Don't you worry about a thing. Still, if you ask me, I think you're more than ready to leave the back alleys yourself. It's been 8 years, you know.
It's not a matter of how much time's passed. Besides, I feel like my current path suits me better at this point. You should be saying that to Van.
Oh my! Is that him? Cheating on me with Shino? I can't say I'm not jealous, but she's been refining her craft a lot lately. Oh my, my!
Looks like our boy might finally be starting to move on.
I want to chase Scoops together.
Here are the gimlet and grasshopper that you ordered.
Thanks. They've both got just the right amount of foam.
Your shaking technique has really improved, Shino. I'm impressed.
Thank you for saying so, but I'm still not a patch on Bermati. Well, please enjoy your drinks.
Ah, this is lovely. Still, I see you like even your cocktails sweet.
Well, not all the time. Come to think of it, I've shot back a few with Renee, but I guess this is my first time doing it with you, huh?
We were too young, remember? Although I suppose that didn't stop you at the school festival after party.
I got no idea what you're talking about.
I swear, you two are why they say boys will be boys.
Considering someone's been avoiding me these past 4 years, we haven't really run into each other much. But come to think of it, we've ended up with a lot of shared acquaintances. Bermati, Shino, and I suppose even that actress qualifies now. Hey, don't look at me like that, she's just a client, that's all. It's just what happens when two folks work the same city. Especially when our jobs are like two sides of the same coin. I suppose you're right. Though what does that make Renee, heads or tails? He's the edge of the coin, or the guy with the coin in the palm of his hand. Good point. I thought he'd made a very fitting career choice when he decided to join the Ministry of Home Affairs before graduation. Never expecting to end up transferring to the CID when it was established and become a rival of sorts. That's just the kind of guy he is, like how he acts like a venerable older brother figure even though he's only a year older than us. Incidentally, he seemed surprised when he learned I was joining the guild. Happily, he wasn't opposed either. He was like my only ally outside of my circle of friends, after a certain someone disappeared. You really haven't changed at all these last 7 years. Or the last 15, for that matter. While we're talking about not changing, you do know it's your fault I ended up with such a sweet tooth, right? All you did was stuff a poor, impressionable van full of chocolate and macarons from your family biz all the time. Perhaps, but Renee got just as stuffed and avoided sugar addiction, so I can only think you were doomed to end up this way regardless. I really don't remember you having this much of a sweet tooth when you were younger, though. Are you sure something didn't happen after? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to rip at old scars. Haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Still, I don't have any regrets about ending up this way. Adds a bit of fun to life. My employees always look at me funny, but if they're going to complain about me loving sweet stuff, they can give theirs to me, I say. I still have mixed feelings about your career choice. But I've been feeling a little better about it lately, seeing the sort of people you're attracting. Really didn't expect you to end up with a student of Professor Hamilton working under you, though. Attracting is definitely the right word. It's like I'm a magnet for hard cases these days. Well, I guess Risette's technically different since she's on loan from Marduk. I'm honestly shocked at just how much you seem to trust her. Not that I have any doubts about how capable she is given her employer. Oh, she's capable, alright, and I know I can trust her. Just wish I could say the same about her bosses. Marduk, so shady you can see the shadow of her selge. You ain't got anything on them, do you? They're as much of an enigma to us as the society is, I'm afraid. Still, you're the one who has a contract with them. Good job signing away your soul to the selge along shadow. Bah, Shino, bring me an Alexander, would you? I would like a white lady, please. Certainly. Damn, I really wasn't expecting you to go and foot the bill. How's a guy supposed to look suave if you won't even let him pick up the check? I was the one who invited you here, and please, that idea is so old-fashioned it's covered in moss. You're going away next weekend with your team, right? If you really want to buy someone something nice, treat them instead. Besides, I'm sure you're already aware, but being an A-rank bracer pays rather well. Geez, rub it in some more, won't ya? You can treat next time. How does that sound? You're on. Tab will be way bigger next time anyway. Could always call Renee too. Wait, I got a better idea. Let's save that for when we go someplace really expensive. In his line of work, the guy's probably loaded by now. Oh, you. I'm going to take a cab home. You're taking the subway back, right? Yeah, no buses run this late at night. Night, Elaine. Here's to a good working relationship from here on out. That'll be entirely dependent on you. Good night, Van.
Van.
What's up?
Are you really going to go on that trip?
What? What's gotten into...
It's nothing. I hope you have a good time. Don't forget, you're a leader now. Don't get too carried away out there, okay?
What was that all about? Haven't seen her act like that since we were kids. It's been so long since we first met in Aracian all those years ago. She was the daughter of the biggest family in the area. Renee was the son of a government man slaving away his life far from home. And I... Sounds like she stopped talking to her family after joining the guild, though. Maybe there's some kind of problem in her personal life she's not talking about. Not like it'll make up for what happened 7 years ago, but maybe I should talk to her about it sometime.